Hey guys, it's Main here, back again with another IE review. So this is going to be the first review after the little sponsorship we had for the FK journey. So we hit the goals, we're giving away 4 IE reviews. We also hit a stream goal of 30 subs, so we now are doing 5 IE review giveaways. So expect those videos to come out sporadically in the next week or two. Anyways, today is our first Marble Race winner. We have Kozlak, as he's known in Twitch, or by his first character name, we got Anyways, looks like he is in World 6, kind of needs some help with a variety of things. Says he's salt locked, he's working on resampling, he got better talent levels. So, I mean, based off Death Note, he's kind of stuck at Lantern Spirits. His probably kill per hour is probably not that high, so he likely needs some help with damage. So let's go ahead and talk about some of that stuff, see what we can do to help him improve, and yeah, see what he needs to work on. So right off the bat, I did take a look at his characters, and they're very imbalanced. Like the levels on them are very imbalanced. He loves one DK over the other, which to be fair, I do too. But a level imbalance of like 100 is almost, well, 80 is kind of crazy. Especially between V-Man and his DK, like a almost 40 level difference is kind of crazy. I think you just need to give some more love to the DK here. The reason I say that is because I think you're, if I'm not mistaken, you're missing some obol space. And DK is a really easy class to get levels on because of the orb talent. It gives you like a multiplier to EXP, active EXP and drop rate. So if you active on DK, you're going to get a massive amount of EXP on that character. So yeah. Also, be wary of using unending energy just because your AFK time caps at 10k. You don't want to be caught spending anything longer than 10 hours in your character. Holy shit. Okay, anything longer on 10 hours in your character. Just because you don't want to run into any issues with that fun stuff. So poor, so you put you guys on Gmush for money. I mean, yeah, that's fine. If you're trying to do Gmush farming for World 6 items, I wouldn't bother right now. I don't think you need to be focusing on pushing World 6. I think you need to be focusing on other things in your account. For example, yeah, it's okay, but, you know, for example, you know, some of these bubbles are really low. There's other things you can be focusing on. I don't think you need to be spending money on the shop in World 6. You're just fine buying some of the stuff in World 5 or, you know, upgrading some of the stamps that you have here. I mean, you don't even have... I mean, you can probably pump some levels into some of these things. Okay, but going back to the characters real quick. This is something that's not imported yet. Okay, the Death Bloom Flower. So, gearing is something you need to work on. Having Dementia gear in World 6 is crazy. And, I mean, you're hovering around... Oh my god. You're hovering around, like, plat tools for World 6. I mean, if you're struggling with damage, I can guarantee you this is why. Let me give you a some perspective here. So, there was someone in Reddit who made this little guide here about why main stat is so important for damage. And I think this is something you should look at. This is posted in our Discord, but again, this is on Reddit as well. Guy's name is Mido9 on Reddit. But there are talents that increase your character's reliance on main stat for damage. Main stat not only impacts some skills' skilling efficiency, but also increases damage and kill per kill. So don't neglect your main stat, and the reason I'm bringing up main stat is because you're missing tools, or you're missing easy tool levels and upgrades on some of your characters. If you upgrade those, use some of the World 6 stones, hell, even World 5 stones if you're too poor to afford it right now, on tools, you'll be able to get more main stat. Well, actually, those are base stat, which scale by total stat percent, which you most definitely have access to right now. And that'll overall increase your damage. Things like, if you're looking for money specifically, getting more main stat actually gives you a ton of money. Because the dollar of agility, dollar of strength, dollar or nickel of wisdom, whatever, those increase your money percent. It's a multiplier, just like Gmush is. Obviously to a lesser extent, but you can easily scale stat, like the total stat. Additionally, you have the power of Try 1, Try 2, and Try 3, which increase the damage you get per 250 of your main stat. Crystal Stake gives you 2% boost to damage for 100 of your main stat. The base damage bubbles increase based off your HP, move speed, and MP, which scale based off of, well, those, yeah, you get those kind of naturally on your characters. You get more scaling efficiency. The 26 bubble, which you have unlocked as well, increase the effect that your main stat has on damage. You can increase your boost stat, your base stats here. Obviously, you have the Alchemy Bubble number 2, which impacts Alchemy Bubble number 17, which impacts Alchemy Bubble number 1. You have the Slabo stat, you have Tome stat, and the Sailing Artifact as well. So stats give you a ton of damage, especially if you're into World 6. And I want to check one thing real quick since we did talk about artifacts. Crystal Stake. So this isn't Ancient yet. You're going to get double the damage bonus if you get it to Ancient, triple or quadruple if depending Eldritch or Sovereign. Obviously, you're not there for that yet, but you have unlocked Eldritch, so you've gotten to the Rift in that point. I don't know what your sailing speed is looking like, but you should probably focus straight on getting Fury Relic first to Eldritch, then go for Crystal Stake. Let's look at summoning real quick, but I mean, you have 2.86x artifact find chance. You're progressing decently well in summoning. You've gotten some of the more important things, so getting the artifacts from sailing is going to be a lot easier for you, especially since you have Eldritch Fossary Tusk. You have Eldritch 80 tablets, so speed is less of a problem now too. The big things for you to focus on trying to get to Eldritch right now are going to be Fury Relic, Frost Relic, Crystal Stake. Frost Relic just because it gives you a ton of efficiency. Fury Relic, it's a no-brainer. It's one of the best artifacts because of the talent books. And Crystal Stake is a huge damage multiplier. So if you aren't hitting multi-kill in World 6, I wouldn't even bother pushing, just because the kill cap kind of scales exponentially from honestly, like Mama Trolls on. It's really hard to get that, especially when you get to the locks on League Spirit. Damage is going to be a huge problem. And going back to the video that I made regarding the early guide for World 6, this is a huge deal for you. So Boron is only level 1, which means you're only getting 2 from the Atom Collider and 10 from Permeep. So you only have 12 free bubble upgrades every single day. So immediately you need to focus on working on skilling efficiency. To get Boron up, you need more atom generation, because the sooner you get Boron to level 20, the faster you're going to progress in the game. Alchemy is huge for everything in your account. It gives you damage, it gives you skill efficiency, it gives you EXP progression, it gives you statue deposit bonus, drop rate, it gives you liquid, it gives you more bubble levels, it gives you trapping efficiency, construction EXP, construction build rate, more money, like we said, multipliers to everything I said before, kill per kill, the minor link bonus for the God passive. It gives you tome progress. It's huge. It's huge. If you're struggling with literally anything in the game, your go-to is going to be Stamps and Alchemy. Alchemy, above all, is one of the biggest upgrades you can do for your account. Boron being at level 1 for someone who's kind of early to mid-world 6 is definitely not where you should be. You should stop what you're doing. Don't worry about damage, actually. I think your big focus right now should be on skilling efficiency. So like I said, Eldritch Fury Relic and Eldritch Frost Relic are going to be huge friends to you. Since you just got Dude, you're having the 6 times printer output pretty much all the time, so you should be focusing 100% on just printing the easiest base materials you can get into an admirable range. Anything you can get like above 1 billion is ideal. Obviously, you're probably not going to be there because you're early-ish World 6, but printing just like oak logs, copper ore right now is your best friend, and then just maintaining refinery material. I think you misunderestimate how much of a boost Boron's going to be, but you can get 38 extra bubble levels every single day. You should try to cycle that. Thanks, Venom, for the follow. You should try to cycle that kind of into Larry at level 501 is the breakpoint you want to go for, because it guarantees 2 levels. So instead of doing 50 bubble levels every single day, you can do 100, which, obviously just doubles your capacity for, expanding alchemy. Getting some things into atomable range, Hocus Chopus. Obviously, this takes anvil production materials, which is kind of hard. But since you're in World 6, if you haven't already, and God, I don't want to see this, okay, you need to probably switch gear on this, because some of the things that you need in alchemy require production materials, and it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to do that if you haven't gotten these materials to upgrade your anvil. These give you a ton of, oh no, I didn't have auto loot on. These give you a ton of anvil production speed, so you need that to produce nails, which is only the second thing here. Is to be really easy for you to upgrade. So go and do that, get the production material points, do that, and start upgrading Hocus Chopus to give you a bunch of chopping efficiency. You're at an early level where this 25% is going to scale pretty easily into like 30, maybe even 40% if you start using a mix of bargain tags, and eventually when it has 100 million resource cost into atoms. So Hocus Chopus is one of the better ones to upgrade. Similarly, Mage's Best is also really good because it scales Hocus Chopus, it scales Labrain Tools, it scales Severe Purple, Tree Sleeper, all that stuff. You need to focus on upgrading skilling efficiency, going back, forcing that into boron. If you want more detailed explanation, I do have videos posted on specifically this. Look at the early World 6 guide, as well as the video I did showcasing how powerful boron is, where I got like almost 1,000 bubble levels just from upgrading it. Anyways, let's go on to stamps. I did things kind of out of order, but let's talk about stamps. You're missing... Okay, forget everything else. You're missing three insanely good stamps. First of all, you haven't done the 7-figure followers. For someone in World 6, this should be easy for you right now. Go back, do this immediately, because you're missing gold food effect. As you unlock or have already unlocked the beanstalk and get like 10k gold food here and there, this will make it a lot easier to cap it on like sailing progress, for example. The golden hamster gummies, you can almost guarantee 100% with just 10,000, just by scaling golden apple stamp and having a few extra hamsters on your character. So you can always get sailing AFK gains by just, dropping 10k on the thing, upgrading your gold food effect through the stamp. So this is really huge. Get this, you'll also get some damage because it drops Steve's sword as well. And you also should really, really, really need to get multi-tool stamp. I can't underestimate how insane this stamp is. This gives you all skill efficiency, every single skill. That includes cooking, for example. So if you're struggling on ladle generation, a multi-tool stamp will help you with that. This gives you base skill efficiency, which scales with any efficiency percent that you get from like cooking, from summoning, even from the chef ring or the chef boots and the serrated rex rings. It scales all of that to give you a ton of skill efficiency for like ladle generation. So if you're struggling with generating ladles to level up meals and cooking, this is a great way to do that in addition to ladle stamp. Also, not to mention, this will help you boost your skilling efficiency for chopping, mining, catching, fishing, so you can get higher prints than that. So this will help a ton with your atom collider generation, your atom generation, to upgrade that. You should try to aim maybe around like 7,500 to 10,000 stamp level. The reason I say that is because you can, as you progress to 10,000, you'll guarantee 1 gilded stamp every day, which is a 95% stamp cost reduction. It'll make it a lot easier to upgrade things that you see here in red. So go back and do that, 100%. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. We talked about alchemy already. Since you're not there kind of at the billion cost, you should really just focus on getting as much mining, chopping efficiency as you can so you can generate atoms. But with that, try to get higher prints of like the tundra logs here so you can get more chopping efficiency, more void ore so you can get more mining efficiency. There's fishing efficiency here too. Some of these vials, if you can get them up to like level 12, 13 even, will give you a huge bonus to the efficiency respectively. Did you set your ES on Divinity EXP then? So you have Doot, which means you can just kind of stick your characters in lab with the highest EXP prayer that you can, and you can progress both lab and Divinity at the same time. So, I mean, a good goal is try to get to level 75 because this gives you more pixel range as well as unlocking the rest of your board. Obviously, you don't have the chips for everyone to be in full like chip gear right now, but level 75 will give you more connection range. You'll be able to light up all the nodes easier, so you have to less finagle your characters. I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but it seems some of these are not activated. I just don't think it's noting you have Doot or not. But it'll be a lot easier to connect things if you're having any trouble to do that, especially as you start to unlock some of the stuff from Jade Emporium, like Slab Sovereignty, eventually Spiritual Growth, or the Depot Studies. You're going to need a lot of connection range, so getting your characters up to level 75 lab is going to be a good start, and you should probably stick your characters that, one, you're not progressing with right now, just into lab, just so you can get their lab levels up and progress Divinity as well. Yeah, I suspect this probably isn't connected because it doesn't know that you have Doot. Anyways. Okay, and you have Permeep linked. Good, good. There was a reason I swapped to Divinity. I can't remember why. What were we talking about? Anyways. Okay. Ooh, that's a big one right here. Don't neglect Salt Licked. You actually have these salts in storage right now to max this out. This is going to be 2 extra talent levels, which is obviously kind of minor, but still pretty useful. I see what you mean by your salt locked, but I mean, you can get higher 3D print samples. I don't know if you're at the 90% cap right now. Multi-tool. Yes, multi-tool, Divinity level 80. So get that. Do that. So I would I would, if you're not at 90% for print and sample rate, you can check here. It'll say printer sample rate 90 under your construction. If you're not there at 90, thanks Austin for the follow. If you're not there at 90, upgrade this because you can get, it's like 0.5 per upgrade, so you can get 2% more to just eke out a little bit extra. Also, refinery speed, this will go a long way to helping you recover your salts, so don't be afraid to spend orange salts and upgrade this here. Get this. More points earned during Worship Tower Defense. This is also really, really good. If you're hitting multi-kill, this is also a really, really good one to do. Don't neglect the salt cost. Obviously, they're scary because they cost salts and they're going to impede your progress for progressing your tools. But these bonuses are really, really huge. So it's absolutely worth it to spend every salt that you have in trying to upgrade these. Okay. I don't want to talk about Death Note and Eclipse Skulls because I don't want to shift your focus away from skilling. Okay, I do have a little bit of advice for you. So you can very easily get some, I believe, skill efficiency out of cooking. Since you have Dude, you're passively collecting Divinity Pearls whenever you level up. These things right here. So you'll get a ton of EXP for a skill that's below level 50, and this applies to cooking. So if you have any characters that are under level 50, well, under level 20, I'd use balloons if you can to try to level up their levels to like level 20 or so, and then start using Divinity Pearls to level them up to 50. Once you have everyone level 50, you should unlock the all skill efficiency here. It's really, really easy to do. Similarly, you should probably focus on getting mining to level 500. Just for the all skill efficiency here. Similar with fishing and catching. Obviously, they're going to be a little hard, but if you maybe go to like World 5, you can get a decent amount of EXP there. If you have efficiency to catch some of the ladybugs or the fireflies, you can try to do that, but I suspect efficiency is probably a problem for you and you can't do that yet. But World 6 nodes are really, really easy to get a bunch of catching EXP. And chopping and fishing, you know, but whatever. And you don't have Construct Mastery, so let's not talk about that. Anyways, Divinity, you should probably unlock the rest of the gods, because, I mean, even the Blessing bonus, which is always active on the characters, regardless if you have Dude or not, you're missing some total damage here, some total damage here. It's Flutterbyss that gives you Divinity Pearl. I don't know if you can actually get Divinity Pearls yet, because you don't have this unlocked. So unlock Flutterbyss, and then you should start getting Divinity Pearls. You can. I don't know how Dude works for unlocked gods, because I had all my gods unlocked when I have Dude. But I've heard if you don't have the gods unlocked, there's a chance you don't get the Divinity Pearls. So I would recommend unlocking it just in case that's the thing. Oh, main's always active, minor after unlock. Well, I mean, okay, unlock it, because if that's true, you don't have the minor link active, which is 150% skill EXP, which would make it a lot easier to upgrade mining and catching and fishing and chopping, you know, just getting you extra levels in that so you can hit the skill efficiency from Rift. Okay, and yeah, get to level 80 Divinity on some of your characters. If you are putting them in lab, make sure to equip the highest Divinity style prayer that you can. It's like the little mantra style, whatever it is. This style, and you're at 40, so you probably have Vitalic. I think Vitalic is the best one. Vitalic's going to be the best one to give you EXP right now. Eventually, when you unlock Zen and Mindful, those are going to be better if you're in lab. But Tranquil, you're right, to progress it outside of lab. Mantra, was that the 1 EXP for all? Use Vitalic. It's because it's 2 and 7. So you want to get just one character to level 80 so you can get you can get the multi-tool stamp. So one character, 80. Is it 50? Hold on. Oh no, I'm thinking, okay. No, this just gives you bottled win. So yeah, 50. So you can get it right now, actually. Yeah, go do that. Go on your DK or something and get it. Anyways, overall, you should aim for level 80 Divinity because that gives you the most effect for the minor link bonus. So right now, The effect itself seems like it's capping around like 15. Once you hit level 80 Divinity, you'll hit 100% effectiveness, so it'll actually give you the 15 talent levels. Obviously, this would not be taking into account the big P bonus that you have. So depending how big your P is, you could be getting an even higher minor link bonus, which means more talent levels, more accuracy defense, more damage, more coins, more AFK gains, more class EXP, more boat sailing speed and plant growth speed, more skill EXP. So, yeah. I know what I said. Okay, and sailing specifically, I did talk about this, but you should definitely try to get Fury Relic to Eldritch, Frost Relic to Eldritch. Crystal Stake, if you need damage, obviously is going to be a huge one for you. In addition to upgrading your tools, upgrading your equipment, using World 6 stones on them, getting your Crystal Stake up to Ancient or Eldritch if you can is a huge thing for you. Eventually, when you're able to unlock Trilobite Rock, if you're hitting multi-kill, this will be a huge upgrade for you as well. Okay. Let's talk about some of the World 6 stuff. So you have Beanstalk unlocked, just not the 100k yet, which shouldn't be too much of a problem, because sneaking you can progress relatively easily. I mean, honestly, there's no real trick to sneaking. It's just kind of upgrading things as you get. Obviously, the more important things like the base stealth per level is pretty good. Bonus Jade coins obviously pretty good. You're way off from being able to upgrade this, but low cost Mojade we have confirmed with Lava in the Discord. The cost itself is retroactive, so it'll scale down as you level up this bubble. So you don't need to worry about leveling this up. You can't even level this up anyway, so you don't need to hold off on sneaking progress just to level up this bubble, like I previously advised on previous videos. Anyways, don't worry about what I just said if you don't know what I'm talking about. Just kind of evenly distribute your upgrades. Don't worry about leveling up. There's one that's really useless you don't need to worry about right now, which is Star Sweeping. Save this, upgrade it incrementally. If you run out, you can upgrade this, and like Boron, it'll give you more character revives if you are relying on that. Anyways, Charm Collector is always a good one to upgrade. Nunchaku, oh, you definitely should be upgrading this because the cost here compared to this tells me that you should have enough Jade Coin to eventually upgrade this, but if you're struggling unlocking doors, Nunchaku Grip is going to be really good for helping you find higher levels of Nunchucks and helping you get more damage on the door to progress things faster. Also, Item Find Chance has been fixed to my knowledge since the previous couple updates, so Item Find Chance seems to be working correctly, so you'd want to pump some levels into this if you can. Have done any gold food or statue farming? I would only advise statue farming if you have Choco Chip, which it doesn't look like you have, so don't worry about it, and you have at least 10x drop rate. Once you have 10x drop rate, Choco Chip, and like Rubied Demon Genie and Poop, as well as high level of the Crystal Shrine, you can start grinding out crystal mobs. But I mean, you obviously don't have any crystal spawn chance, but 1 in 378 is terrible. You should do it like around 1 in 70 crystal spawn chance, which you can find on Toolbox right here. Yeah, I mean, we're 4 months away from Choco Chip, so if you have like free-to-play gems, you could gamble on chips. It's like a 1 in 22 you get Choco Chip. 1 in 22 you get some of the card doublers, but it's okay if you're really desperate. But if you want to wait 4 months, obviously it'll hamper your progress until then, but if you want to wait 4 months, you can get a Choco Chip relatively easily from now. Okay. So you have flowers. Do you have the Jade Emporium upgrade for double charms? Oh, this one right here. So once you unlock this, the meta for sneaking kind of changes, where you can have like one mule. If you're really, really struggling for stealth, that is, you can have one character equipping double Lotus Flower, and this will multiply the stealth that the other characters have. And then you'll want a mix of Veil and Rosary if you unlocked Rosary by that point. But for right now, Veil is almost a must for your characters, having a high scroll on one character for more EXP, Jade Coin, all that stuff. And I swear there's one for sneaking. I mean, getting more sneaking levels at this getting more sneaking EXP at this level of your characters, like 68, 63, you know, it would actually give you a decent stealth bonus, so you could put the blue belt on some of your characters to get some sneaking EXP. And these pristine charms you can find naturally as you do sneaking, obviously very slowly, but you can free to play this and unlock these eventually. But there are some really, really good ones that you can look out for. Specifically, bigger summoning bonus for more like artifact find chance, you know, damage, that kind of stuff. Sorry, yeah, and then straight up the artifact find chance one, more drop rate, more kill per kill, gold food bonus, bigger bonus and non-miss stamp, higher OG chance, fun stuff. I think that DK is his non-main character because it's the lowest level on his account. Anyways, when you get to gold food farming, there are some gold food that's a lot easier to get than others. I had golden Nomwich and golden hamster gummies finished first. I would recommend, if you are able to get a decent amount of golden hamster gummies, I would try to get this to 10k first, because the bonus here for sailing AFK time is hugely important for progressing sailing. So I would recommend, if you haven't already, split golden hamster gummies on all of your characters, just so you can claim sailing AFK. Like, you have 1900 here. There's diminishing returns to golden food, so I would recommend splitting the stack of 1900 across 10 characters, just so you can eke out some more bonus. Like, this is 2% compared to 13.8. There's no reason you should have a stack of almost 2000 on one character and then 9 on another character. That's just criminal. Yeah, if you want to progress sailing fast, split them across all your characters. There's no reason one character should have a stack of 2000 and one character should have 9. Anyways, summoning. Right now the meta for you is probably going to be either spamming bottom lane or stacking enough mana generation at the beginning and then spamming. That's kind of, it depends on how much damage you have and how much damage they have. But if you are able, there's an upgrade in green right here, Mana Overflow, and Starting Mana for Real. These two combined make it so your mana generation can spike very easily. You just have to let enemies hit you first, and then you can start ramping mana generation and start spamming units throughout the lane. You'll probably get lucky with a few bloomies here and there, which will increase your mana generation, which means you can spam more units, which makes it a lot easier to win some of the earlier levels, which is what I did. You can spam bottom lane, which is the previous meta strat, but now if you have red, which is the Sparky unlock, you can just wait for Sparky or reroll till you get Sparky, and you can easily push through the rest of the mechanic. Honestly, you can finish summoning with just Sparky alone, because of how insane Sparky is. But yeah, as Our said, don't lock yourself out of the Sussy Gene quest. You're not there at Leak Spirit yet, so don't progress too fast, because you could be missing, or you will be missing out on summoning EXP, more essence generation, which is huge, white essence generation, and I believe the total damage and void sword stamp are, one of those two is Sussy Gene. Okay, this one right here. Oh no, this one is drop table, never mind. But this one, and this one are pretty good stamps. You don't want to miss out on those. Okay, farming. So I imagine you are at the first sort of pass of grinding for farming. I think Quickster here. Yeah. You have Legumulite unlocked, so let's see if you have OG yet. You do. Okay, good. I would refer to Quickster here, and I think someone else posted something else, like an actual spreadsheet maybe. I don't know. Tony posted this. That's the second one. Yeah, I think Quickster's is probably better here. If you can buy tickets, buy tickets. How would you lock yourself out? So if you finish summoning, you can't progress Sussy Gene, because his quest line is conditional on 1, you having the quest, and then 2, completing the goals as you have the quest in your quest like character tracker thing. So if you don't pick up the quest by Sussy Gene and you, like, say for example, have a match last longer than 5 minutes, then if you go to the quest that says last match longer than 5 minutes, it won't count because you will not have unlock that quest. So be careful about progressing summoning too fast. You don't want to permanently lock yourself out of the Celestial Gene questline because you'll be missing some stamps. Yeah, okay, so for World 6, at this point in farming, I would recommend looking at Quickster. Here he reposted something from Griffey's Discord, Toucan Sam, thank you for showing, and Tricks Bunny in the main Discord for creating it. Tricks Bunny's great. He seems to be pretty, I think he's an alpha tester if I'm not mistaken, but he knows a lot about the game, creates a lot of guides, so shout out to him. This is what you generally should be aiming for. In the very first round of your day market, try to aim for like a decent level of stronger vines. And if I don't know what the actual cost is since I'm out of there for a while, but try to aim around here, and then you can eventually do like your first magic bean grind, which is going to be the 1.2 evo chance and the 6 to 7.5% speed GMO. The cost here is kind of high, so it'll take you a little bit to get here, but the reason you do the 1.2 crop evo is because as you get crops up to level 200, you'll pretty much be able to get 120 crops unlocked like very easily. This scales really, really high. Currently, I have all crops at 120, and here's my crop evo chance. It goes off the screen, but this is a million multiplier. So this is, what is this, like a billion million or something? Anyways, it's really huge. But yeah, you should, I can see you're probably splitting your crops between, like you're not focusing on one crop at a time. I'd maybe do that instead. That way you can finish out this growth, this like spreadsheet faster, the little guide there faster. So focus on probably getting product doubler up to 70%, then speed up to 40. So spend all of your plots on one crop, and that's it. Don't split them. And then let's look at Constellations. This is something very easily people forget about. This is 4 star points you're missing right there. This is another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one that you're missing. Some of these you just need to click on, you'll get the 5 points here. I guarantee you probably reach this on all 6 characters, so you can get 6 points here. This one, like I said, you can get very easily. It's just balloons. This one you probably have reached on all characters. You can probably hit... actually, you probably can't hit Mega Crit. I don't know. I think you have 200 on all characters. You almost have this unlocked. You definitely have that unlocked. So yeah, there's a lot of star points you can go back and collect relatively easily. So go back and do that, and then start spending them on Constellations, because you are probably missing out on... drumroll please, the Artifact Find Chance multiplier right here. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about Mega Crit, you're probably not hitting it anyways. Anyways, okay, that was long. Anyways, I hope that's a lot of info. It's a lot for you to work on. In short, skilling. Skilling is your best friend. Work on this right now. Secondly, work on getting the 7-figure followers questline for Steve's Sword Golden Apple. But skilling. Look at the previous videos I uploaded for the early and mid World 6 guide. Talk a lot about boron in the video I posted after that about why boron's good. You're missing out on a ton of upgrades every single day. Thirdly, along with alchemy, try to grind out the materials to unlock the rest of your anvil production to make the speed go by faster on this and start getting like trusty nails. Use a mix of bargain tags to try to get Hocus Chopus up to 100 million resource cost. Use your atoms on this. Similarly, for Mage's Best, if you can, use your atoms on this as well to give you really high multiplier for skilling efficiency for Mage specifically. Mage is like really easy to get high prints for. What shiny pets to get? You're doing okay here. I mean, yeah, these are what you should be trying to go for. I wouldn't worry too much about like maxing the levels on your characters or of your shiny pets right now, but you can start kind of going for the infinite star signs since it should be relatively easy for you to unlock. But faster shiny pet level up rate is obviously number 1. Number 2 for you right now is probably going to be infinite star signs, just so you get the bonus without having to equip it. So you could be getting like some more damage, a little bit more damage, talent speed, or talents, whatever, you know, mining efficiency. All this stuff's going to be relatively useful. And also, one thing I didn't mention that I kind of glance over every single video is the multi-resource chance. Getting this to 300 is also really, really important. The star sign here, once you get it to infinite, will give you the 20. I don't think you have a star sign doubler, so getting this to infinite is going to be a huge bonus for you because you can get the 20% here, which means you only need to get this to like 280. So that, in and of itself, is going to help you a ton with your mining drop chance or your mining, node chance. This is just a straight multiplier to how much ore you get. So if you mine 1, instead you'll be mining 2 right now, or 3 or 4. Anyways, it caps out at 300%, so 300% is the goal. Okay, that's it. Any questions, last minute things? I guess your refinery. I didn't really talk about this, but your 2 DKs will help a lot with this. I would always put red on 0% and green on 0%, which you have done. I think there's a salt chart in the Discord. Early salt chart. I didn't post the second one because it starts going out of balance at some point. But, I mean, you're at 942, which is perfect. You're at 15.7. I mean, yeah, you're fine. You're sustaining salts infinitely. Salts just take a while. It'll be a lot faster because you have Omnifau now unlocked with Doot. So Refinery is going to progress relatively easily. Yeah, use your bargain tags on mostly log prints because it's really easy to get high prints on them. So once you get Hocus Chopus up to 100 million resource cost, this is really easy to upgrade. This is like a no-brainer to upgrade. Mage is best. You're close to getting this to 100 mil resource cost, so use your atoms here. I think I'll pivot a little bit. I think your big focus actually should be trying to get the 300% for the multi-log. I'd highly recommend using bargain tags on this because just generally Forge is a very slow mechanic, so getting 100 mil of that is nigh impossible. So I'd recommend probably using your bargain tags here so you don't have to spend so much iron bar. Similarly, probably for fly prints, if you have a decent fly print, you can probably upgrade Wyoming Blood a few times. Remember to do this on your class-specific character, so orange is going to be warrior, green is going to be archer, and then purple is going to be mage. But yeah, 300% multi-resource chance is really huge for prints. Okay, I'll go and end the video there. I think it gave you a lot to think about, but skilling is your absolute definite main focus right now, especially with your Atom Collider, your Boron only at level 1. So go off, do that, have fun, Godspeed. Let me know if you have questions in the Discord. Have a good one.